Okay, so in this video today, guys, I just wanted to touch on something that might be a little bit boring, but I think it's extremely important and all traders need to understand it. The most important thing with any trade is your risk management, guys. That's the most important thing, okay? And by calculating your risk management, you see how much your risk and reward is for each specific trade, okay? If you look at ITUS, it met a little bit of resistance here in this 215 area previously, okay? And so if you were going to decide to get in once it broke over that previous resistance at 215, you would want to calculate how much your risk is going to be for this trade, okay? And you can see here the next resistance or support line is going to be right here at about $2. You can see in the past it had a little trouble going over it, and it just basically pivoted around this thing for a little bit, okay? So when calculating your risk, you would see how much is in between those two lines, where your entry is and where you would set your stop loss at $2, or a little bit over $2, maybe a little bit under, depending on how you want to approach that. But your risk for this specific trade would be 15 cents. That's how much you're risking per share if you decided to get in once it broke over that previous resistance at 215, And you can also see, to calculate your reward, you see how much your potential goal is going to be for that specific trade. Where's the next support and resistance line? And in this case, it would be at $2.50. That another mental and psychological support and resistance line, okay? And so your risk for this trade is 15 cents, where in between 215 and 250 is about 35 cents, making your risk reward ratio about 2 to 1, which is a great risk reward ratio. And guys, you want to try to do this on every single trade. You have to understand how much you're risking and what your goal is for each specific trade. Okay, so another thing that's really important to use support and resistance lines and to kind of calculate your risk is when you're setting stop losses. You always want to set intelligent stop losses, and you always want to base them off of previous support and resistance lines. Okay, if you look at ITUS, it found some support here at 228 and here at 225 or 226. Okay, we actually had a member of our chat room ask if we were in this position, where would we exit and set our stop loss? And Rick and I both said 225 and 228, so only 3 cents apart from each other. And the reason we chose this is that once a stock breaks under those previous support lines, a lot of times it turns into resistance, okay? And that's exactly what happened here, down to the cent. Okay, you can look here, support here was at 228. This one bounced right off of 228. Support here was at 225 or 226. It bounced exactly off of 226. Okay, and that's the reason you always want to set your stop losses at previous support and resistance lines, like I said. And because after it breaks down under those support lines, a lot of times those support lines turn into resistance, and you can see what ITUS did. It washed out for the rest of the day. Okay, so when you're setting stop losses, make sure you decide where your stop loss is going to be before you even enter in that position, to where you're the most objective and you're not biased in as much as you would be if you're right in the middle of that trade. It's really important to set intelligent stop losses, and if you do and base them off of previous support and resistance lines, it can save you a ton of money and help guide you while you're in that trade. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this video. If you want to keep watching more videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe. It really does a lot to help support our channel. Also, be sure to come check out our free day trading chat room. I post a link in each video's description, so come check it out if you have time, and good luck in the markets on Monday. Thanks for watching, guys.